Next. Free or runaway? I'm not sure.
Hello, guys. I hope you all have been doing well. It's been a while since we last did a review, and today we have something for you. We are 6 months into the year, and the dredge of last year's binge watches are coming to a close. But while you've been getting caught up on Ted Lasso, and you should, you've been keeping an eye on what's ahead for the year. Gone are the days of 2020, a year of COVID related plotlines, quarantines, and blasting through television series because it's all we have to do. Now it's 2021 and we are blasting through television series because we are waiting on our number to be called in the vaccine line. Oh, and it's cold. We are getting there though. And while we wait, there's a whole new crop of series that are scheduled or rumored for the year ahead. If you or anyone you know is a Disney fan in the slightest, you likely heard of the insane lineup of Star Wars and Marvel series announced for the next year. There is also the hope that if we can get back to the swing of production, heavy hitters like Atlanta and Succession can return for the upcoming third seasons. So, let's settle in, shall we?
Shall we?
I'm yours vis-a-vis McKenna from Arcade Studios, and here's a running list of what you can definitely expect, what's tentatively in the pipeline, and what could just make an appearance by 2022 if the production powers that be finally work in our favor.
It is adorable.
At number 10, we have the Underground Railroad, a Barry Jenkins drama series about the Underground Railroad. The Amazon series debuted in mid-May and immediately earned the praise of critics and viewers alike. Thus, Medu stars as Cora, a Georgian who escapes slavery and hopes her train to head to a better life, so long as she can escape the grasp of a notorious slave catcher. The Underground Railroad was a network of secret routes and safe houses established in the United States during the early to mid-19th century. It was used by enslaved African Americans primarily to escape into free states and Canada. The scheme was assisted by abolitionists and others sympathetic to the cause of the escapees. The enslaved who risked escape and those who aided them are also collectively referred to as the Underground Railroad. Various other routes led to Mexico where slavery had been abolished and to islands in the Caribbean that were not part of the slave trade. An earlier escape route running south toward Florida, then a Spanish possession except 1763 to 83, existed from the late 17th century until approximately 1790. However, the network now generally known as the Underground Railroad was formed in the late 18th century. It ran north and grew steadily until the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by President Abraham Lincoln. One estimate suggests that by 1850, 100,000 enslaved people had escaped by the network. The Underground Railroad is available at Arcade Entertainment and for streaming. Let me know what you feel about this interesting historic TV show on the comment section below.
What belongs to you?
At number 9, we have WandaVision. To put it bluntly, there is no other show that has been as narratively interesting and virally popular than WandaVision. The show had people waking up at ungodly hours on Friday morning just to avoid spoilers. Following Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany in their respective roles as Wanda and Vision, what started as Marvel's first televised outing and ended up being a beautiful meditation of grief and sadness, and one hell of a nod to TV history. WandaVision premiered with its first 2 episodes on January 15, 2021, and ran for 9 episodes, concluding on March 5th.
Is this really happening?
Like days of old, lighting the spark of love.
It is the first series and beginning of Phase 4 of the MCU. The series received praise from critics for its sitcom settings and tropes, dark tonal shifts, and the performances of Olsen, Bettany, and Han. It was widely discussed and analyzed by fans based on various popular theories and perceived mysteries, as well as for its use of sitcom references and exploration of grief. WandaVision serves as a direct setup for the film Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022, in which Olsen reprises her role as Maximo.
You moved from? How long have you been married, and why don't you have children yet?
At number 8, we have Mayor of Easttown. Debuting mid-April, Mayor of Easttown is finally giving us the genuine Pennsylvania accent we deserve. Kate Winslet leads the series, which also stars Evan Peters. The focus is on a small town reckoning with a brutal murder. Mind you, while Winslet's character is dealing with that, she's also doing the best to keep her own life held together. In a suburb of Philadelphia, a detective named Mia Sheehan, Kate Winslet investigates the recent murder of a teenage mother while trying to keep her own life from falling apart. Mia is a local hero, having been the star of a high school basketball championship game 25 years ago. She has also been unable to solve the case of another missing young girl for a year, leading many in the community to doubt her detective skills. Her personal troubles include a divorce, a son lost to suicide, and an ex-heroin addict former daughter-in-law battling for custody of Mia's grandson.
See this yet? Big write-up in the Tribune. I'm going to frame it and hang it up in your office.
Yeah, please don't.
At number 7, we have It's a Sin.
I've got AIDS. I'm gay. I'm homosexual. I contracted HIV and I'm sorry, but now it's AIDS.
It's a heavy watch, sure, but HBO's It's a Sin is a fictional chronicling of a disease that shook the world. Focused on the early years of the AIDS crisis, long before it had that name, the London set series from Razel T.
This is Richie. He says he's bisexual, so he can have sex with you or me. So what do you want to do? Wrestle for him?
Davies does not disappoint in its artistic integrity and emotional gravitas. The series follows a group of gay men who moved to London in 1981. They form a friendship group, but the fast developing HIV and AIDS crisis in the United Kingdom impacts their lives. Over 5 episodes, the group are shown living through an entire decade until 1991, as they become determined to live fiercely despite the threat HIV poses to them. The show received critical acclaim for its emotional themes, writing, and depiction of AIDS. The cast performances were also met with widely positive reviews. All episodes were released to the broadcaster's online streaming service, All 4. After a few weeks, it was viewed in its entirety more than 6.5 million times, making it the most binge-watched show to stream on the platform. The first episode also became Channel 4's biggest drama launch. The show was also credited for creating an upsurge in HIV testing.
Here we are, the Pink Palace.
There's a lot of boys who will go home these days.
And at number 6, we have Framing Britney Spears. It's one of the most damning music documentaries we've seen in a while, but unlike so many whose narratives are revealed long after the artist is gone, Framing Britney Spears is a look into a battle that is still raging. With Spears' father at the center of a questionable conservatorship, the documentary aims to uncover the truth, albeit with none of the main players involved. Released on February 5, 2021 as an edition of the New York Times present on FX and the FX on Hulu, the documentary explores Spears' rise to fame as a pop star, her treatment by paparazzi, a highly publicized breakdown in 2007, and a court-mandated conservatorship overseen by her father James Jamie Pannell Spears. Shortly after the documentary aired, a probate judge dismissed objections by Jamie regarding the co-conservatorship arrangements. In May 2021, it was announced that Framing Britney Spears was nominated for Best Music Documentary at the 2021 MTV Movie and TV Awards.
Firsthand, she's capable of. Why is she still in this? Why is her dad making all of her decisions?
What do we want? Free Britney!
And at number 5, we have Pretend It's a City.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Fran Lebowitz.
Who'd have thought that Martin Scorsese's laughing for 30 minutes at a time is exactly what we would need as an antidote to start the year on? In Pretend It's a City, Fran joins Scorsese for a series of conversations that somehow feel both timely and timeless. The documentary was dedicated to Fran's longtime friend Toni Morrison. In January 2021, Saturday Night Live spoofed the series with Bowen Yang as Fran and Kyle Mooney as Cosis.
And the only person looking where she's going is me. I should write a manifesto, the title of which would be Pretend It's a City.
And at number 4, we have Cobra Kai.
But I failed you.
If we learned one thing over the past year, it's that the world could explode and Netflix would sneak in and say, hey, we have one more series for ya. Dropping on January 1st, Cobra Kai is in the first class of TV series coming out this year. The Nostalgia Fest has proven to be wildly successful for Netflix, so don't expect to wait too long for the already anticipated season 4.
Cobra Kai is back where it belongs. Back on top.
At number 3, we have Domina.
Olivia, marriage and children are what Rome expects of you. But now I think it'll ask something else.
Domina is a historical drama limited television series created and written by Simon Bach for Sky Atlantic Italy and Sky Atlantic UK. Starring Cassie as Livia, it examines the power struggles of ancient Rome from a female perspective.
I'm younger, prettier and richer than you. So why are you laughing at me? You're lucky to be here.
Domina takes us back to some very dangerous times in ancient Rome, but we are used to TV dramas about the Roman era being all about the male soldiers, emperors and generals. Now, new historical drama series Domina currently on Sky Atlantic at the end Skybox sets, and coming to Epix shows a different side to ancient Rome by portraying the classical civilization from the perspective of its important women. From the team behind Arctic thriller Fortitude, the 8-part family saga Domina follows the life and extraordinary rise of Livia Drusilla, who became the wife of Emperor Gaius, aka Caesar Augustus, and the mother of the eventual Emperor Tiberius.
People are sick of war. They'll take a dictator in return for peace.
She overcame adversity to become one of the ancient world's most powerful women. Filmed in Rome's historic Cinecittà Studios and grounded in historical accuracy, the Domina cast includes Cassia, Isabella Roslin, Matthew, Ben Burt, and Game of Thrones star Liam. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones for its sets, murders, betrayals, and political intrigue, then Domina is definitely for you.
Daughter of Marcus Livius Drusus. I don't break my word and I don't run.
And at number 2, we have Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, dubbed by some as Mad Max meets Bambi, is a DC Comics adventure that's been turned into an 8-part fantasy series for Netflix. It stars British actors Nonso Anozie Game of Thrones and X-Men's Daniel Ramirez with legendary American actor James Brolin as narrator and young Christian Convery as its lead Gus. The post-apocalyptic drama, executive produced by Avengers star Robert Downey Jr., follows Gus, part deer, part boy, who goes in search of answers about what caused the cataclysmic event that ravaged the world and the mystery behind his hybrid origins, plus there is plenty of family intrigue too. Sweet Tooth is set in a post-apocalyptic near future. 10 years ago, the Great Crumble wreaked a virus havoc on the world and led to the mysterious emergence of hybrids, babies born part human, part animal. Unsure if hybrids are the cause or result of the virus, many humans fear and hunt them. After a decade of living safely in his secluded forest home, taken there by his fearful father after the Great Crumble, a sheltered hybrid deer boy named Gus, Christian Convery, unexpectedly befriends a wandering mysterious loner called Tommy Jeopard, and the pair go on a journey to discover what really happened to the human race and where the animal hybrids like Gus came from.
Colorado!
What's in Colorado?
I heard there's a safe place for kids like me.
Secrets about Tommy Jeopard's past emerge and they discover the true meaning of home. They also meet up with Amy Daniel Ramirez, who joins them for the journey.
The last men have made it their mission to eliminate hybrids. But we've made it ours to protect them.
And at number 1, we have Loki.
I know what this place is.
Streaming now, Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson are time-bending buddies in this divinely weird series that's anything but Loki. Norse deity Loki is infamously known as a god of mischief, so when Marvel's version headlines his own show, a delicious trick of trickery will obviously run through the action. Tom Hiddleston is the perfect lead for his notoriously imaginative new series, possibly the weirdest adventure in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. Loki premieres today, June 9th on Disney+, with a new episode streaming each week. The series opens with a scene from Avengers Endgame in which the Marvel's mightiest heroes have time traveled back to the events of the first Avengers movie and bumped into the god of mischief when he was still the scum we first met all those years ago. This past, Loki hasn't sought redemption for his villainy because that stuff hasn't happened yet. So when this Loki scoops up a stray magical cube and uses it to escape, he sets the past on a different path. This brings him to the attention of a previously unseen agency of time coops, all set to wipe everyone's favorite demented deity from existence, unless he turns out to be the key to a time-bending threat that could rewrite the entire MCU.
The Timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
That's all we had for you from Arcade Studios desk. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe for more movies and TV series review updates. Until next time, bye bye.